So we're on to the last question because we're fast running out of time because it's such a good panel. So I wanted to leave on, as Simon Sinek would say, a note of optimism. So looking ahead 5 to 10 years, I wanted to know what would give the panelists the most optimism about the future consumer and what one change would most strengthen the marine industry's ability to adapt and grow. So, Stephanie, you went back to test and reiterate. That is your thing, girl.
Yeah, and I won't hammer on that again. And I realized in my notes to you, I didn't talk about the optimistic part. Okay, here's where I'm optimistic. We are selling fun and relaxation and quality time with family and friends. That is something I don't think the consumer is ever going to be like, no, I don't want that.
AI cannot replace that.
No, it cannot replace that. And I think it's just about how we show up and how we evolve with what consumers are expecting from us, right? One thing I think that the boating industry needs to fully embrace, though, is adaptability. Don't settle on tradition or how things have always worked. We need to really embrace the fact that change is happening, accelerating at a pace like we've never seen before. From digital technologies to AI to increasing consumer demands around personalization of experiences, we have to know that we could pivot every day, every week, every month. So adaptability, I feel like, is an area we need to focus on.
Yeah. And Natasha, you said stay customer centric.
I said, yeah, I mean that, but I also think as in order to grow the industry, we also need to be very price sensitive and make sure that we are staying within our consumers' buying power. And I mean that because we just came off of COVID and prices were high. We were able to charge a premium. Those customers are now coming back trying to trade in boats, and they're getting a gut punch, right? Because the price of boats continues to rise, and what they purchased at a premium isn't worth as much as they thought it was going to be. So I think it's really important as for OEMs, because OEMs are setting the price for dealerships, that we continue to evolve. So this is where I'm most optimistic, like evolve with efficiencies in operations so that we can maintain good pricing and that we don't exceed what our customers are willing to pay, even for luxury brands. I truly think that's the only way the industry is going to grow. We can't continue to exceed inflation with the prices of boats.
Absolutely. And Abby, you talked to me about alignment and cooperation, and I think one of the areas where we're weak in this industry is in collaboration. I see collaborations between brands and brands that you wouldn't think would ever collaborate with each other in other verticals, in other industries, but I don't see it as much in marine. And I would love to see that happen.
Oh, agree. You said it very well, right? The collaboration between brands, between all the different things that we have to offer within the industry as well, right? We've talked a lot about brands and OEMs and dealerships, but we have, I'm looking out in the audience here of all of the other things that we have. We have engines, we have our towing services, we have service departments, we have all the accessories, we have all these opportunities, our boat clubs, all of those collaborations to keep people coming in and keep people in. And I think that alignment, and again, because of all the research and everything that the Discover Boating Group has been through in the last year, it really has resonated with me and sharing it with our team of that alignment of, are we really all rowing in the same direction? And then I can't say enough about what you two just said, because it's boating.
That's right.
Yeah, it's boating. Boating changes lives. Right, I can tell you thousands of stories of the getaways and how it's just absolutely changed people's lives, and people coming to us in tears of, I didn't think I was going to feel welcome on this trip, and now these are my best friends, and we're going home and we're going boating this weekend. Right, that is real. What we do is real, and this is the last place that you put your phone down. Right, you put it down on the dash and hook it up so it gets the music going, but it's down. Right. And it's out of the way, and you're watching the kids either ski or tube or whatever. It's magical. And we get to bring that to people, right? I challenge every one of you today to go back and think of your first time on the water. What did that mean?
Abby, it's building memories.
It's building
And
memories.
I mean, I keep going. We had a customer come into the factory as a husband and wife, and the wife was talking to our sales coordinator, and she said, "Do your team members know how important they are?" And Melissa says, "Well, yeah, right. I mean, we value our team members." And she said, "No, they build memories." And you lose that when you're worried about how the Seakeeper is going to go in, right? Like, but at the end of the day, we changed our mission statement. Yeah, we build the best boats, and we do it with soul, which is a great book by Tony Junji that I totally recommend reading. But the last sentence is we build memories to last multiple generations, and that's what we're doing, and that's the optimism of, the future is we're building memories. That's it.
And Lauren, I think you totally agree.
I totally agree. Are you all the most popular person at all your cocktail parties? But I just don't, there's no future scenario where I see boating going away. It just gives each individual who experiences it way too much. Then I'll add to that, cuts across generations. Consumers are still splurging on experiences. I cannot imagine trying to sell like widgets in this economy. I would be so embarrassed. We have literally all the ingredients in this industry to be successful with the next generation. And we're already seeing kind of a stronger Q1, but in Q4, Bank of America put out data about spending in luxury. And every single generation was up in Q4 spending in luxury. Luxury wellness, luxury travel, luxury beauty, luxury watches, all up at CAGRs of more than 10% and projected to keep growing. So there is so much potential here, but the bar is higher. If we're going to cut through all the noise, the bar is higher for the experiences that consumers would expect us to deliver. But then building on the putting your phone down moment, even in difficult economies, what you do is your natural kind of fight or flight instinct. You hold people close. You hold your family close. They're all on their screens. You're frustrated. It's like, okay, we just need to talk to real humans here. Boat, you can take your whole family and get them out of the water, get them away, escape, and take some control of this little micro environment where you're all focused on shared memories. There's just too much good here that is not available in other experiences. But we really need to recognize the moment and pivot, adjust, innovate so that we don't lose this moment.
Absolutely. So I would like to thank Stephanie, Natasha, Abby, and Lauren. Fantastic panel. I'd like to thank all of our sponsors, including MarineMax, Volvo Penta, Cito, West Marine MRAA, and the Miami Boat Show, and all of you for being here. We'll see you March 11th. We have an unbelievable speaker. She is a former U.S. Army officer, combat veteran. She is a cancer survivor, an author. She has led more than 50 trips across the globe for people to get out into the outdoors. She was an outdoor retailer. That is a free virtual event. So I hope that you will join us for that. When the information comes out, if women in the industry has touched you, I hope you'll donate to help us build our school. And I want to leave you with one final quote, and people don't know who to attribute this to. They think it's Viktor Frankl, but they're not sure. But it resonated with me, especially in these times. So I wanted to leave you with something to ponder, and it is this. Between stimulus and response, there is a space. And that space is the power of choice. And in our choice is our growth and our liberation. So have a great day and a great show. And thank